Good morning. Happy Monday. I've got court today, so I'm chilling out, waiting to go in. There's a new video that Delete Laws Clips has on his channel. Chili streamed to the Delete Laws channel to drive more people over there to increase his revenue stream. I'm assuming it's very similar to what Earl David Warden did when News Now Houston was shadow banned and or demonetized. That his son, who's a completely separate person, made News Now Community, and then all of a sudden all of Earl's content went over to News Now Community. I'm assuming it's going to be something similar for Chili. He's going to try to get his monetization on the new channel that completely isn't his, it's somebody else's, who was a troll and did the whole redemption arc that Chili seems to love, like a very uncreative fiction writer loving his redemption arcs. Anyway, long story short, he goes into a police station. He wants to talk to the police about Tyree Nichols, and he goes in there and is amazed at at how beautiful the appointment is of the police station. And those are the public areas. You know, this may come as a shock to you, but the more money a particular county or city has in their tax base, the better the buildings are, at least the public facing sides of those buildings, the more well appointed they are, because for some reason, wealth kind of builds on itself, and the better looking a city is, the more people want to spend to live there, and the more people want to spend to live there, the more wealthy the city is, and it kind of reinforces on itself. And you can see cities and counties that have not kind of followed suit, and they fall off, like El Dorado County, and like great bones on El Dorado County's old courthouse, but it's not well maintained. They don't have the tax base. In fact, they have like their main the courtroom they use for arraignments and for traffic and DUI and things like that is in the basement of their county administration building. It's fucking ridiculous. It's stupid and ridiculous. Yuba County's terrible. Nevada County has great bones in their courthouse, but again, it's just old and run down. I mean, anyway. Whereas opposed to like Placer County, they've spent a bunch of money not only keeping up but refurbishing their historic Auburn courthouse. They have a lot of money, so they built their Gibson, the Roseville courthouse. Beautiful, well done. A lot of money spent, yada yada, but they have the giant tax base to do it. So, I mean, it's not like the cops get to take that home with them. You know what I mean? And the cops don't even really spend a lot of time working in there. Generally speaking, cops are going to be out on patrol. You know, generally speaking, they're working away from there. That the appointments and the things in there are for the public. They're for public consumption. They're PR moves. They're designed to foster better public relations between the sheriff or the police and the community. I mean, you're stupid to think that like they're doing that to make themselves feel better or to toot their own horn. Like it's public relations stuff. They have probably someone that gets paid simply to do public relations stuff. And had Chili done a modicum of research, you would have seen that there's probably a public policy in place. I'm saying this because every department I've ever looked at their policies, they have a policy in place about making statements. And you're not supposed to make a statement as a cop, sheriff, whatever, because you're wearing the uniform. So you're not the guy to make a statement. You'll always notice that it's going to be either someone in the command staff or an attorney or a specific public relations liaison officer, someone who's maybe an officer, maybe a peace officer, but they're hired and their job is specifically to act as public relations. That way, the department can give a unified statement, a specific statement on a particular situation, as opposed to having, 50 officers, 50 different statements. And that's not unreasonable, because he went there to get an officer. He went there to get someone in uniform to make a statement. And so he's looking for the uniform, not the person. And having the employer control what people say in uniform makes sense. I mean, it is a public agency kind of thing. They have a duty to the public. Oh, the police don't have a duty to protect. Yeah, I've been over that. You can't sue them over it. That doesn't mean they can't get fired for not doing it. So relax. But they do have a duty kind of to the public to present a unified political kind of front, to have a single sort of message to extend. And I'm not even sure what someone what a police agency in California has to do with what a police department in Texas did. I mean, that it seems like you're a couple thousand miles away from anybody who would have any real significant policy position on it. And last time I checked, there wasn't any real racial component, despite what Chili's trying to bring into it, because it was black officers beating up a black man. So, I mean, unless these guys were all, what's that, Chappelle character, the black KKK member, unless all these police officers were the black KKK member that Chappelle portrays, I don't really see that there's a racist component in it. And the officers were charged. So again, I'm not seeing this, but I guess we're going to have to make a big deal out of it anyway. I mean, it's terrible. Don't get me wrong. It's terrible that somebody lost their life, and it was just terrible that these officers did what they did. But it appears to me that society is responding appropriately by charging these officers with the crime. It appears to me that society is doing what it's supposed to do when a crime has been committed, regardless of the employed opportunities or the job description of the perpetrators. They've been charged. So it seems to me like we're doing what we're supposed to do. It's terrible that it happened, but it seems like we're doing what we're supposed to be doing. But I guess we're going to make a big deal out of it anyway. And yeah. So, and all those of you who think that qualified immunity prevents cops from being charged, well, congratulations, they've been charged. Qualified immunity has nothing to do with criminal charges. Anyway, I've rambled long enough. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.